Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Amar Kumar Ram. I hope you are doing well. So today we are going to cover variable topic in JavaScript. Let's get started. Variable in a JavaScript is nothing but a named storage for data. So what I mean by that? Let's jump to the code and then we can quickly understand like what is meant by name storage. So to declare a variable in JavaScript, what we do is we use a keyword let and then we give the variable name. So for example, I am giving name as my variable name. This is the declaration. This is the declaration of variable. We do two things while deal with while we deal with a variable. First is the declaration part and second is the assignment part. Now in the assignment part, we assign value to a variable. So let's just quickly assign a value to this variable. So name, and then we use equals to sign to assign the value to the variable, and that's why this equals to sign is also known as assignment operator. So I am assigning a name, my name Amar. So I have assigned a name Amar to this variable name. Now I will log this variable console.log name. Fine. I'll start this workspace or this project over the live server. So I'll click on go live. Okay, and I'll check in the console. We can see that Amar is getting logged in the console. So it's working fine. Now, when I said it's a named storage, let's quickly understand that. So basically, when we declare a variable, that declaration of a variable is nothing but you can consider it as a box with a labeled name on it. So this is the thing, and then we have a data. That data can be anything, Amar, Kumar, Ram, any name you can take, and then the data came which go inside the box, which gets stored into that variable. So that's why we can say like variable is a named storage for data. Okay, now we can declare multiple variables in a single line as well. But before going to that, can we merge these two lines? Of course, yes. So what we can do is like we can delete the second line and we can assign directly in the first line as well. This also we can do. Now this time I'll put Kumar as a name, and if I save it and go to the browser, it will print Kumar. So what I am doing here is like I first declared the variable and then I assigned the value to it. So we can do in a single line. Now suppose we have multiple variables and information to store. As we all know, in digital world, information is the currency. So to tackle that, suppose we need multiple variables. For example, we also need to store my age. Believe me or not, my age is currently 10, so I will just say age equals to 10. So we can have multiple variables with comma separation also. Let me log age now. Okay, and if I save it, we'll see that 10 is getting logged in the console. Fine. So this is how we can declare multiple variables. But I recommend that when you work in a live project, to improve the readability, you should have different lines for individual variable declarations. So here also we'll follow the same. What we'll do is like we'll have one line for name variable and one line for age variable. Okay, this semicolon signifies that this statement is ending here. So we have two statements. One is called let name equals to Kumar and one is let age equals to 10. We have two different lines for two variables. But in ES5 we had var keyword. So if I keep var also, it will work the same as let. So if I save it and let me change the age to like 9. Okay, I am 9 years old now. So if I save it now and I go to the browser, it is logging 9 in the console. So var and let works in the same manner. However, there is a subtle difference between let and var, which we'll discuss in the later video. Now back to the slide. Variable names in JavaScript have two limitations. So when we are declaring a name to a variable, we need to keep these two things in our mind. First is the first character must not be a digit. So you cannot start a variable name with a digit. But a variable name can contain letters, digits, or these two symbols, dollar and underscore. So let's try it out. So these are all letters. Now let me show you first with number. So a variable name cannot start with a digit. So I'll start with a digit. If I save it, there is an error here. And if I go to the console, it is also saying that invalid or unexpected token, which is at line number 1 of index.js. So this is incorrect. We cannot start a variable name with a number. However, we can keep dollar, we can keep underscore like that. That is completely fine. We need to log underscore age also. So save it and it is logging 9. So these are the two limitations that we need to keep in mind. First is the first character must not be a digit, and second is the name must contain only letters, digits, or the symbol dollar and underscore. So we can also have only symbols as a variable name. Suppose var dollar equals to 10. We can keep that also, and we can log dollar here. So let me see in the browser, it will print 10 because we are logging dollar variable. Now, if you observe, we have given name like dollar name underscore age dollar. These are not meaningful names. When we work in a live project, we must provide or we must write a meaningful names so that whoever works on that project after we do, then they will understand by just observing the variable names. So it is very important to choose or to create correct and meaningful variables. So, for example, this dollar name does not signify anything. Like name can be anything. Like it can be like a human name, it can be like object name, anything. So what we do is like suppose we have a e-commerce website. So we can say like it's a username, right? It's a username. Also, we can say like you have a order summary thing. Like then we can say order summary, and then we'll have an object. We'll go back, means we'll discuss what is object in JavaScript. Suppose it's an object, you can ignore it for now. So like that, what we do is like we provide the meaningful name. Okay. So the other thing here is like if you have multiple words, you can make it as camel case. So camel case is nothing but when you have another word, you start that word with a capital letter. However, you do not follow the same with the first word. So first word will be in all small letters. However, the second word will have capital letter as the first letter. Also, if you have another word, then the first letter of that third word, fourth word, fifth word will be capital letter. So another like that word. This way you can write camel case variable names. Back to the slide. We have variables are case sensitive. So when we define, suppose when we define var as username equals to Amar and var, let me not use var, let me use let only. Now let username equals to Kumar. So when we log console.log username and console.log username. So both are different. Why? Because JavaScript variables are case sensitive. Here we have a difference in the case of n letter. Okay, so these two variable names will be treated differently in JavaScript. So let's just see over the browser. See Amar and Kumar. Amar is coming from line number 4 and Kumar is coming from line number 5. So if you observe in line number 4 we have a username n in small case, so it is logging Amar, and in line number 5 n is in capital letter, so it is logging Kumar. The other factor is like you cannot assign the same variable then. These are not same variable, right? Because variable names are case sensitive, so both are different. But what if you have the same variable name? So if I save it and go to the browser, it will throw an error. It will say identifier username has already been declared from line number 2, because you are duplicating the variable name at line number 2. So it will tell you that it is already declared and you cannot declare it again. However, you can change the value of it like this. So this is a box which you have declared and you assigned a value Amar. Now in that same box, you are now assigning a value Kumar. So the previous value will get omitted and the new value will get stored in that box. So if I print username variable, it will not print Amar, it will only print Kumar, because that has been that has modified the previous value. So let's check over the browser. See, it is printing Kumar only. Back to the presentation. Reserved keyword cannot be used as variable names. So in JavaScript, there are various keywords we have, or you can say reserved keywords, like let is a reserved keyword, class is a reserved keyword, like that. So you cannot have those names as variable names. Suppose I am keeping let equals to Amar. So let is my variable name, right? Or I can also have let. I'll show you later on, but that class keyword. So if I save it, it will throw an error. It will say let is a disallowed as a lexical bound name because it's a reserved keyword. Now if I keep class, then class is also a reserved keyword. If I save it and I go there, it is say unexpected token class, because but if I'll keep it class 1, it will just take it. It will print Amar because class 1 is not a reserved keyword. So you cannot use reserved keyword as variable names. However, class 1, class 2, class 3 are not meaningful names. I'm just focusing over here. Like you should not use any variable name. You should use a meaningful name. Like in algebra, what we do is like we declare a variable. Suppose we declare a variable x equals to 10, then we can also assign another variable to it, 5, 15, right? Same way this variable also works. But there are some other concepts as well. For example, constant means who you cannot change the value of that is what is called constant, right? So how to define that? Now constant can be defined same as let, but the keyword for that is const. Okay, so suppose we have a const and I can say pi value, that is 3.14. It is a constant value, it cannot be modified. So if I just log this pi value, it will log 3.14. So const is a keyword which will define a constant. It means you cannot reassign another value or any value to the same variable. So let me do it here. Pi equals to now 5, suppose. Okay. So if I save it and I'll go to the browser, it will say that assignment to a constant variable, there's a type error. You cannot do that. You cannot assign again a value to a variable which is a constant. Not a variable, but a variable name I can say, which is a constant. But if I change this const to let, then it is allowed. Why? Because now it's a variable, it's not a constant. So if it's a variable, it we can assign different values to this variable. If I save it, it will print 5 now, because this is a container where we stored 3.14. Then we modified the value of this container with 5. So when we are logging pi, it will log 5. Here it is 5. So in constant, you cannot reassign the value, otherwise it will throw an error. Now in many cases, you will see that constant names are defined in all uppercase. So there is a way to decide whether we need to put name or basically the constant names in all uppercase or in camel case. So the simple way to decide is like if the value is already known to you, then you should define it as uppercase. Otherwise, you should go with camel case. Now, when I'm saying should, it is not like that, but it's a recommended way that when the value is known to you, you you are supposed to write constant names in all uppercase. Otherwise, go with camel case. So let's understand this point. For example, we are aware of the value of pi. We all are aware. So we can keep it pi, all uppercase, because it is known to us. But suppose area of circle that will come, or you can say that will come from server. I'm writing here means this is not a code. I'm saying that the value will come from server or from some calculation at runtime. Calculation at runtime, when the code is running, then this is getting calculated and this is getting fixed in a variable which is not going to be changed later on. Then you should go with camel case approach, because in this case the name is a constant, but this its value is getting decided at runtime. So you can keep it as camel case. However, you can keep it as uppercase as well. It's all up to you. But this is the recommended way. If the value is known to you at the very start of the code, then you can define the constant name in all uppercase. Otherwise, go with camel case. So this is it for now, and I hope variable part is clear to you. Let me keep it pi as camel all in all uppercase only. So this is all about variables, and if you have any doubt, put your doubt in the comment section. And I really appreciate that you people are approaching me for different technologies, and I'll surely make videos on those technologies soon. So till that, keep smiling, take care. Thank you. If you like this video, then kindly share with your friends and colleagues. Signing off.